try my best. I'll try my best. So, teacher, not on a Saturday. So I'm talking in behalf of my son Alan. If you know, you know. Alan, here's a wee question for you. How many best man speeches have you written yourself? None. So I must be the only man who has had a best man speech written by my own mother. Because Alan got a wee helping hand there. Alan got a wee helping hand to write my best man speech when Alan was my best man. So, but he's always, I'm sure Carly will agree, he's always been very independent. Always been very independent as well. So much so, Alan is the first time that he phoned Sky TV was in 2018, and that was only because Carly made him phone Sky TV. And then I did witness this a wee bit myself. I wrote this last night, but I saw it myself. I said, I'm sure he managed to get dressed by himself today. No, he didn't really get that one. So, but we know that Alan is so independent. He spent so much time organising and planning today, the exceptional venue, the exceptional time. We know that Alan's planned a lot of this today. No, who we kidding? Carly, well done. Carly's planned today, and Alan has just shown up. So lovely to see you, Alan. Lovely to see my brother. So I'm asking you, all the tables, we've got a couple of observations that we need to make at Alan today. So number one. How often do you think that Alan's going to go to the toilet? He's already been... Oh! Right, how many times, hands up, how many times is Alan going to go to the toilet today? Sean, how many times is Alan going to go to the toilet? How many? Oh! 16. How many? 16. 12. Right, the closest person's going to get a fireball. 1690. Honestly, we were trying to take the photographs down to your Steve there. And I was like, sorry, I need to go for a piss. So we had to stop the photographs. So that's number one. See how many times Alan goes to the toilet. Right, number two. How early tonight is Alan going to go to his nest? Nest. Oh, you're right, Mason. You're right. So quite a lot, chunk. Quite a lot. Alan's not up the road. Normally for about 8 o'clock. Alan's up the road, and it's me and Carly that's left in the pub, in the market barnacle winning in the pubs. And I tell you one thing, Alan, see the amount of times that then folks say, oh, Carly, Alan's knocking off a whale. So, we'll see how much Alan lasts tonight. But I need to tell you one thing, Carly was not Alan's first love. Oh. Do you know what his first love was? His first love was alcohol. So back in 2003, Alan was 12 years old, and I was left with the responsibility of babysitting Alan. First time, Farah Alan and Mother needed a night out. Mother's not a night out for ages, so it was in 2003, they went for a night out, and I was left to babysit, so it was just me and Alan in the house. So I thought I was doing really, really well. I thought, I've got this in hand. And Alan kept coming downstairs for his room, and he kept going through the kitchen, and he had a wee mug, he had a wee cup, and he was like, Sco, I'm just going to wee cup iron brew, I'm like, alright, okay, and I thought, right, that's fabulous. I thought, that's great, he's hydrated, he's getting his iron brew. So that went on for about a couple of hours, and then my mum and dad came back in. And just when my mum and dad come back in, he projectile vomited right out of his room bed. everywhere. But then little did we know, we then looked through the kitchen, and there was a liter in my mother's songbook, empty. So what Alan had done that night, my first night babysitting, I was 16, Alan was 12, he jacked the full bottle of songbook, and then obviously at 12 years old he had a hangover, so... Because that's what it said, so needless to say, that was the last time that I babysat Alan for a while. So that was when Alan was 12, but you know what, I cannot believe Alan is 35 on Friday. Alan's 35 on Friday, so we must make sure that we make 15th of May, we must make sure that Alan's happy birthday. But we cannot forget, even though Alan's 35, his ears are only 30. Because when Alan was born, he got his wee ears pinned back. God love him. He was a trophy head. He had the ears, the Mickey Mouse ears. And when he was 5, he had the turban on, he had the ears pinned back. When he was 5 years old, he got his ears pinned back. So, Carly, my question is, now that Alan's got his ears pinned back, is he a really good listener? Do you want the microphone for that, Carly? No, I'm deaf. So Alan got his ears done in the NHS about 30 years ago. He was also, I cannot move on until I say he was very clever at the school. Alan was very, very clever at school. It was just put for the ducks. So I'm going to ask Alan to stand up and I'm going to say, Alan, stand up, Alan. Can you spell Celine Dion? Carly, pass the microphone. C-E-I.
Oh no! Wrong!
C-E-L-I-N-E. Celine, you're on. As you can see, he was very clever. He's good at the spelling. Alan's very good at the spelling. The ears getting fixed has obviously helped him. But, in all seriousness, we wouldn't have him any other way. We wouldn't have Alan any other way. And he's a great uncle to Harry and Violet, and Carly is also a great auntie to Harry and Violet as well. We just live across the road from each other. And I'm really privileged today to be the best man and to welcome Carly into the McMillan family, who she fits in so well with. I'm no blind, I'm the Johnny Jones. But can I just say, doesn't Carly look beautiful? And the bridesmaids, don't they look beautiful? Deeps, can we have a wee dance later? Yay! I'm feel looking forward to my wee dance with Deeps later. I'm feel looking forward to my wee dance with Deeps later. I'm not saying it a third time. So, I know you will obviously both be very happy. You have your life together, and it's really fortunate you're looking forward to jetting away to Turkey on Tuesday. I must say that. Is it Monday? Monday. See when you're jetting away to Turkey on Monday, I'll be stood in that playground in Kilbirnie, looking at the sky, saying there's the lucky CUNTs away in that plane. Lynn, happy Monday. Yeah! So, yes. So, it's a great day, it's been a great day so far. I'm very looking forward to it, I'm looking forward to tonight. So can I just ask everybody to raise your glasses. Making sure they're topped up to Alan and Carly McMillan. Yeah.
It is now time for Carly and Alan to share their first meeting together as Mr. and Mrs. McMillan!